Hi, friends and golfers. Erik Schjolberg with EJS Golf, and today we're talking about perfecting your grip. Okay, why is grip so important? This is all we have. We're holding on to this. This is what's controlling everything. And in golf, when you get into kind of the technical aspects of it, there's been a lot of focus on for a lot of years on the kinematics. And kinematics is simply how we move. To more exploration now, the kinetics is being in control of those movements. Now, kinetics is the forces of torque, the stuff that we put into this handle. And a lot of what I do put into here, we're going to react to it as we've already talked a lot about this club face. So we have to get these hands in a good spot. It is rare, okay? I would say it's kind of rare that I see somebody come into me with a good grip, okay? Now, high-level golfers, guess what they all have? A good functioning grip. Now, when I mean good functioning, I'm just not talking about, whether you have a weak grip, neutral, strong. That's not what I mean, okay? It is not functionable when we have grips that we don't get. I call this meaty part of the hand. So your lead hand, this bottom part, is on completely the side. So this club goes down right in the middle of the hand here. So when somebody tries to swing, their hands and wrists do not work properly. I see this a lot. Somebody try to take the club away, they end up like this, and their wrists aren't working. Well, if I knew that most of my power was in my arms and what my wrists do right here, wouldn't I want to make sure I'm able to get these wrists to work properly and hinge properly? Yes, and that's all through how we grip to allow the mechanism to work correctly. I can't do this if I have my wrist like this, or if I have the grip right down here in the middle of my hand. Okay, so what is so important? This bottom here. Now, if you watch this, when I hang my lead hand down, I'll hang both here. Notice how it hangs in. One thing that's really interesting in golf that I see a lot of people is they go like this. To grab the grip, they go underneath. They start going like this. And I asked why, and I haven't figured this out yet in 30 years. But if you think about it, I do this a lot with test students when I go, I want you just to pretend you're at the airport. I'm going to put this in your hand, kind of look above so you're not looking. And you're having your baggage at the luggage carousel. I said, look above me so you can't see me put in your hand. And I put it like that, and they grab it. And when they grab it, they go, look at this. You didn't grab it from underneath. You didn't go like that. You got on top of it, and look at the meaty part of your hand. Got right on top. If you'd have grabbed a hammer, let's go with my lead hand, I would make sure that meaty part is on top. See this bottom part? I would never go here. I'm going to grab the hammer on the side like this and go here. There's no power. I got to have power this way. If you think about, can this hammer do this? Can this golf club do this? If I put my hand on a roll pour like that, I don't have much power with this. I can't even do it. Okay, so this meaty part goes on top. I'm going to show you a few easy ways to get it. Okay, I like to hold it with the right hand. Okay, make sure this club face is square. And notice I put a little bit of angle square to my target this way. So I already think about lines. And I purposely put a little shafting on there. Now, I get my right hand on there, and when I look at it now, and I look down, straight down, I didn't turn my head, I didn't look like this, I just got my head where it would be at the ball, I just turn my eyeballs, and I have a B that's coming up here. Does everybody have to have that? No. Some people have a little bit different grip, maybe more neutral, or maybe even a little weaker, but even the weaker grips are still going to have this meaty part on top, okay? There's matchups in your golf swing, okay, which are, I can't just say everybody needs a strong or neutral medium. I will say this, for women who have stronger, or I'm sorry, who are weaker hands, weaker forearms, I do recommend for sure a really strong grip. And also, I'm going to recommend a baseball grip, meaning your right hand, when it goes on, every finger gets on the grip. This is all we have connecting. And women just in general don't have as much strength in their hands and forearms. You guys win in brains, but not in strength. So it's the trade-off we all have, right? Men, the right hand, I really don't care. I don't love the interlock because when I see a lot of people doing this, they try to get it locked in, and they're so worried about this lock part that their grip ends up bad. Okay? If you do it, whatever, that's fine. Right hand just goes on, like you're shaking hands, more on top than the left. So if I look at my V, it kind of points for me more in here. I don't want it underneath like that. It's going to force roll over. On top gets my alignments wrong like this. Instead, if I get way on top, way underneath, I'm going to get more like this, and I'm going to do that, okay? Opposing hands are okay, all right? So that's one way to get it on. Another way that I find really easy for people is this. So I'm aiming this way. What I do is, so step up to the ball, I put this club kind of on my back foot here, okay? I would just be like this, open like that. Now my hand, you see it's already hanging down at this angle, right? It's not like this. Everybody is pretty much just hanging in. Some are more like this. If you are, you're just going to keep that angle and get on. So I'm going to go like this, put it on top. Now I have it. Right hand's just going to go back on top. And when I look at it, I'm going to bring it out front, look, see how that little shaft, when I look at it, my angles are perfect here, okay? 2 ways. Third, I'm going to take this club, hold it in front of me, I'm going to get this face. If I want to hit a straight shot, I'm going to want this kind of be level and square like that. If I want to be a hooker of the ball, I'm going to get the toe more up like that. Fader, more toe down. We're going to go straight first to look at it. So that means when I put my hand on here, this wrist should be flat like this, kind of matching the face. Now when I come down, I'm going to be right there. Now this grip for me is going to be weaker, more neutral. This is a pretty neutral grip right here, okay? This would be for a pretty neutral, shot. Now if I want to be a fader of the ball, instead of put the face down there, get that neutral, what I feel is neutral on there, flat wrist. And when I set up to it, it's going to feel more open. And what would be considered a weaker grip. The V is going to be more over here. It's going to be a little more of what would be a fade grip. But the matchup for that is going to be hands more like this in impact. Stronger grip you have won't have as much as that. You're going to have more of this, the weaker your grip, okay? Stronger your grip, you'll be more like that, okay? So it's all about matchups, right? We don't want somebody with a really strong grip being like John Rahm at the top where they're going to hit it left all the time, okay? Meaning really steady. You're going to have a little cup in your wrist up there to help it so it doesn't go too far to the left, okay? I give you 3 tips there to nail your grip. Check it. There's another point I'm going to point out roll at the very end here. This is called the snuff box right here. There's a little, you can feel a indentation right here in your hand. Like put there a little hole. That starts, if I look at that hole, starts on this side of the grip, okay? Target's that side, so this is on the opposite side of the target. Where does it end? On the target side of the grip, okay? So we start here, and we end there. So the hand's going more like this on the way through. So think about that during your swing. You got to get this started on this side, but when we actually hit, we want this snuff box to be over there, okay? So get your grip on properly so you can do that, all right? So I'm going to get mine on. I'll do a little kind of this method here so you can kind of see it, which for me is a weaker grip, but here we go. Now for me, that should have been a straighter shot, even a little bit of a cut from what I normally play. And screen count went up, but I'm able to see that that is a 150-yard cut with an 8-iron. Folks, thanks for watching. Let me know if you have any questions about your grip, and let's keep improving.